ladies, and welcome back to Still Looking Good 58. I am Faith, and thank you for joining me for this year's wig wish list. As you all know, I normally do this by myself, but this year I am being joined by two of my favorite wig baes, Weezy Wig Reviews and the Hearts and Cake 90. Now you guys are familiar with these ladies. They've been around for a long time, and we have been talking a lot this past year, just kind of yucking it up and things like that, and we got together and decided that we should do this as a trio. So after you watch my video, go and watch Weezy Wig Reviews video as well as a Hearts and Cake 90, because we did not discuss what we were going to have on our wish list. So it'll be interesting to see what they have on theirs, and you can compare theirs to mine as well as your own, because I would like you all to leave your comments about what your wig wish list is for 2022. Now, as you guys also know, last year when I did my wig wish list, I let you guys know that I got a lot of what I asked for at the end of 2019. So, yeah, was it 2019? Yeah, no, yeah. Was it 2020? No, I got a lot of the stuff I wanted in 2020 and 2021. I'm getting all confused with these years. Anyway, let's just take a look at that. Wish list. The first thing that was on my list was more medium length wigs. Okay, did I get more medium length wigs? Yes, I did. Okay, in the second wish, I asked for more face framing wigs, and what I meant by that was the style. I wanted more wigs that kind of framed my face, and that's what I loved about both the Juvia wig by OUTRE and the Layla wig, because both of them had, like, I guess you could call them swoops that kind of came around your face.
We want more natural textured wigs. Yes, more wigs that are more natural.
You guys may remember in the beginning of the year, the Nisha wigs came out. Now, as you may know, there was a Nisha prior to the Nisha line that came out in 2020. There was one Nisha that came out prior, but they built on that by bringing out more Nisha wigs. It was 201, 202, 203. Those dropped first. And then they came out with 205, 204, 205, 206, and whatever.
More lace variety.
And I got that. As you guys recall, in the beginning of the year, the whole HD craze was going on. And I think it was Sensational that came out with the what lace wigs. And they were much, much lighter in terms of lace than you normally saw in terms of brown lace. But it was kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum, because some of the women who were darker skin were like, what is this? You know, what is this gray looking lace, because it's not fitting my skin anymore. And for me, the what lace actually worked out because it was way lighter than the lace I was used to. And as you may recall from my Chiari video, that lace was like perfect. It was a perfect match for my skin. So did I get my lace variety? Yes. Do we need more? Yes, I was very happy about that. I was very happy that I got a lot of things that I wanted. But this year, things are a little bit different. Well, not a little bit different, a lot of different, as you guys know. And the wig community is no exception. There have been some things that are going on in the wig community that I would like to see change. And so those are really the things that are on my list. The first thing on my list is consistency. I would like to see more consistency in the wigs that are being manufactured. And what I mean by that is, for instance, this wig that I'm wearing on is OUTRE ELORA, and it is part of the Melted Hairline collection. As you may have heard some of the other wig reviewers say, the Melted Hairline collection is not as melted as it used to be. We're having to go in and actually pluck these wigs, which we did not have to do before. And so that's part of the inconsistency that I am noticing. I'm also noticing that if you buy a wig in July and you turn around and buy the same wig in September, it's not the same. Either it's silkier or it's yakkier, or the lace is brown when it was HD. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just seeing a lot of things that are happening on an inconsistent basis that I would like to see change. So that's my number one. My number two is I would like to see more reasonable prices. As you guys know, the prices have gotten ridiculous, and I understand that we're in a situation, but I just don't see the rationale behind the prices of some of these synthetic wigs. And my whole thing is, if I'm going to pay that much money for a synthetic wig, I might as well save my coins and get a human hair wig. Yeah, I just don't get it. So I would love to see more reasonable prices in this coming year. Number 3 on my list is creativity. I would like to see more creativity in terms of the styles that they're coming up with, because as you guys know, we're seeing a lot of Valentinos, we're seeing a lot of bedhead wigs, we're just seeing a lot of the same thing. And I think that Charisma's World put it perfectly. I saw her in a video the other day, and she said that the wigs that came out in 2021 were underwhelming. And I agree with her. They have definitely been underwhelming. So I would like to see more creativity in 2022. Next on my list is I would like to see gray as a standard. Now we know that we get 1s, we get 1Bs, we get 2s, we get 613s, and then if we're lucky, we get some specialty colors. But we always get those basics. So what I would like is to see a gray color as a standard in every wig. I don't want to see gray on just some great grandmama looking wig. I want to see gray as a standard for any wig that comes out. And I have to give kudos to OUTRE, because when they brought out their second section or second release of the Nisha wigs, they had 3 different grays, and I thought, wow, this is fabulous. And I did, I got 2 of them because I just really liked them. And I think that they really need to do that across the board. So yeah, everybody needs to do that across the board. Make gray a standard, okay? Yeah, do that. Next thing I would like to see is, I really don't see too many free tress equal and model wigs anymore, not like we used to back in the day. I would love to see more model and more free tress equal wigs. We used to turn to those all the time, and back in those days, OUTRE wasn't even really a thing. I mean, they were there, but people weren't really buying their wigs, and now of course they've taken over the market. And Bobby Boss has always been there, but I would love to see more model and free tress equal wigs. That's just my personal preference. Next on my list is I would like to see more practical wigs, more medium length practical wigs. Like the one wig that comes to mind is free tress Hania. It kind of came to your mid neck, and the reason I say that is because people are going back to work. Some people are already back to work, and practical wigs, there just aren't enough of those. I mean, I'm talking about nice practical wigs, not just wigs that are just like, you know, people just kind of threw a wig together. I would like to see some nice practical wigs about that length that you can wear to work, because believe it or not, everybody who wears a wig isn't necessarily somebody who needs to wear one. I don't have to wear a wig, but I do because I like them. But there are people out there who need wigs, and they need practical wigs. They even need conservative wigs. Especially women in my age group, I would love to see more practical wigs that look good. Not that old great grandmama stuff, but a wig that looks nice. That's a practical wig. So I believe that is my entire list. I believe that's my entire list. So tell me what your list is down in the comments. Again, do not forget to go and see Weezy Wig Reviews and the Hearts and Cake 90 video if you have not already watched them. And then you can kind of compare notes to see if we all came up with the same thing or if we came up with different things. And again, I would also like to see what you guys think and what you would like to see in 2020. Thank you guys so much for supporting me this year. You guys have been fabulous. You've been coming to my lives. Well, you came to all my live at 5s. You came to my premieres. You've been supporting me whenever I talk about the fact that I really need, you know, to get up into a higher number. So thank you guys for all of that. And as I always say, ladies, if you're going to show love to anyone today, please show it to the creator. I'm still looking good, and of course, so are you. See you next time.